Finally, the clouds have done a runner and the sun is out to play. With only 3 weeks to go until the first race, it's time for the team of widowhood cocks to stretch their wings.
Right then, boys. Time for some training. I've done that wrong, haven't I?
Today's training chuck is different to normal because we'll be using some modern tech to track which route the pigeons use to get home.
Come on, boys. Come on. That's it. Yeah. That'll do for now. Keep going or I'll squash your tail. Ah, okay, so I need to go and get the GPS rings, don't I? Those sky leader rings. Right. Let's get these rings. I had a brief look at the instructions on these sky leader rings, but I don't think it's compatible with my laptop. I've got a MacBook. So I've got the batteries, these are all charged up, ready to go. Here's one of, but obviously they're rusty because they haven't been flying for, or haven't been racing or training since last year. There you go, he's nice and calm. Christ, you really are, you really are wild, aren't you? Which one are you? Blooming heck. And the one that's just come off. Nest. Is that right? I think so. Tell us exactly what it is that you...
Where am I taking him?
Blythe Services. Right, so I'm in my usual position. In my usual spot at Bawtry, Blythe Services. So I think it's about 11 miles, 12 miles for this first training toss. We've got the guys. I was going to send my dad to do it, but it turns out I forgot to put him on the insurance, so we didn't bother doing it. No, not worth the risk, so I'll get him sorted for next time. So he's going to be back at the loft and let these guys in. I'll give them 10 minutes to get acclimatised and get their bearings, and then we'll let them go in one batch. These GPS rings probably run flat by now because I put them on like 2 hours ago before work, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we'll get them all back.
The team of widowhood cocks have been flying around the loft for a few weeks and are looking great, so I was keen to see how they came on this 12-mile flight, which is on the short side for what they could handle for a first trainer of the year. I beat them back, but I wasn't concerned with that. I'm not pushing them just yet. The season is a long one. And while the birds are flying, the rest of the family are sprucing up the garden in anticipation of a glorious summer. Fingers crossed.
You're going to try and get those bits as well? Is that money?
No.
No, what is it?
But what is money from
It's a rubbish.
Victorian time.
This is going to take 3 times as long as it should because I'm trying to film it. For somebody that owns a tool company, I have surprisingly few tools available to use. Oh, I don't know where they all are. bugger.
One job I meant to do last year but didn't get round to is to sort a settling cage for the top of the young bird aviary.
Knew these trees would come in handy.
The idea behind this is to give the young birds an opportunity to survey their surroundings from the security of being behind a mesh barrier, allowing them to learn where they live and so hopefully making it easy for them to return when they're finally free to fly. Of course, I have to reassure the wife that this won't be a permanent addition to the garden.
I'm just putting this on so that for the let the young birds out on the top of the aviary, because that's where they'll be landing. Let them get used to it and be protected from the sparrowhawk for a bit. It won't look very nice, but it's only temporary. Right. Beautiful it is not. It should do the job. You're all right with that, aren't you, Krenza? It's not going to be too much of an eyesore for you. It'll only be up for a few days. It's a beautiful sunny evening. We'll let the cocks out for a bit. Me and Jasper sat on the deck chairs watching the birds fly around for half an hour. And then we put them away and then noticed a pigeon scrambling on the neighbour's roof, trying to get to the top of the roof. And I zoomed in on my phone and it's got a bloody neck. I think it's been had by the sparrowhawk. So I've got the big camera out because I can't quite make it out with my phone camera. And it's got a yellow ring, which is a yearling, on its left leg. I can't work that out because I've got a few with rings on the left leg, but it's on the neighbour. It don't want to come in. Poor bloody thing. And sparrowhawks. Right, so the settling cage is working. There we go. So obviously the dropper, she knows what she's doing. She's been out there plenty of times, but this is the first time these guys have been out. These are my young birds that I've bred. You see we've got some Northwest Home and Union rings on those. And some RPRA rings. No sign of that pigeon that we saw yesterday. So I'm guessing it's died somewhere because it was in a really bad way. I was hoping it would come down and I'd have a go at trying to nurse it back to life, but it looked in a really bad way. So the idea with this settling cage is these birds now can come out and walk up and down on the top of the aviary, because that's pretty much my landing board. And they'll get used to that. They'll have a look around. They'll get used to that under their feet. They'll get used to going in and out of the bob wires. So I'll call them in for some food and they'll come in there. I'll do that for the next couple of days and then I'll remove that. But I'll make sure they're really hungry before I do. So the day before I remove the settling cage, I'll make sure I don't feed them. I'll just give them a very light bite so that I can get them back in when I want them to. Tomorrow we've got a team of 6 sprinters coming, so looking forward to seeing those. Right. What we'll do, Jazz, is we've got these new birds from TMP breeding. We've got 6 sprinters, or mostly sprinters. So I want to show you them. We've had to keep these separate from our young birds for a week in quarantine. So I'll grab you one and I'll show you what it looks like. Just wait there.
Oh, are these those sprinters?
Yeah, I'm going to get one.
How many sprinters are there?
Luckily for us, after seeing I'd ended up with fewer birds than intended, I was contacted by Jane from TMP Breeding, who offered to send us 6 birds to race this year.
Right.
Whoa. These guys. I get to hold him.
Do you want to hold him?
Yeah.
He's not super tame yet, but the more we hold him and the more we sort of feed him, or her, it's probably a hen this one, then the calmer and more tame it will become. It's not too feisty actually. Do you remember how to hold them? Yeah. So this is was given to us by TMP Breeding. She gave us 6, right? So scissor fingers,
Yeah.
and then thumbs over.
Wait, so I've not got my scissor bits.
All right. Do you want to try again?
scissors bits. Yeah, I think I got the scissors.
Okay, nice and gentle, don't crush his feathers. It doesn't really know where we are yet, so if this one goes, we'll never get the thing back.
And
Nice,
it's a
right?
lot of money, isn't it?
Well, it's more that it could be a good bird, so once these have been out a bit, then you can hold them. It don't matter if you let go, and then they'll just fly back to the loft, but this one will just disappear. So we've got 6 of these. Jess, see this cage that we've put up?
Yeah.
That's to stop the young birds flying off, but now that they're on there, they can have a good look around, see where their surroundings are, and then now that they've been up there for, look, see them looking up? They're looking at something, they're seeing something. Oh, they're just crows. They can be on there and the sparrowhawk can't get them, but you know yesterday I was on the garden and I walked around the back and then I heard a big flap. All birds went shooting up in the air, and then I saw a sparrowhawk just here about 20 metres over the loft. I think she came down. The problem with doing this is we're basically, every time she comes by, she knows they're here. So it's like a drive-through for her. So we've almost advertised the fact that we've got young birds. Today we're going to let them out and let them have a fly, and hopefully the sparrowhawk won't get them.